Once upon a time, there was an ultimate Iron Man, sent by the gods to save Gielinor. He must harness the power of prayer to travel the land, defeat his foes, and ascend to godhood. He is living on a prayer.
Hello everyone, my name is Daft Duke, and today I'm going to start my first UIM series on YouTube. It's going to be called Living on a Prayer, and the idea is actually started by Caveman only. In fact, I think he had some inspiration as well, but it's going to be based on prayer and the chunk system, and I'll explain the rules in detail in a moment. So first of all, we're going to design our character, and the character name, which you'll see in a second, is actually RN Jesus. I figured that's the god that we all pray to, so seems quite appropriate. Well, we're gonna have a beard for sure, and we're gonna do... There we go. We're gonna look like Rarg pretty much. Now, I'll come back in a little bit once the character design's all done and show you the final details. Okay, I guess that's what RN Jesus looks like. I'm gonna get the show on the road, and I'm gonna explain the rules while we do Tutorial Island. So I think a good YouTube series can't have too many rules, so we're gonna keep it simple. We're gonna have 5 rules, although I may change them depending how things go. Number 1 is that we're gonna utilize the chunk system. This has been popularized by lots of different YouTubers, so I won't go into the details. We will be using the chunk lite plugin, however, to keep track of which tiles are tainted and which tiles are blessed. Rule number 2 is also very important. A blessed chunk must have a permanent prayer restoring object. It's worded this way because, for example, the Druid Circle in Taverley, that object restores prayer, but it's not an altar. And then the altar underneath the Wizard's Tower actually does not recharge prayer. So this is just to make sure there's no ambiguity going forward. Rule number 3, love this one. This is what makes this account so challenging. We cannot leave a blessed chunk without activating an overhead prayer or equivalent. What that means is the overhead prayer drains 1 prayer point every 3 seconds at baseline. So if we can activate some other prayers that drain at the same rate, that would count. Rule number 4 is to give this account some more longevity, so we can convert a tainted chunk into a blessed chunk by blessing it with a prayer potion or a god book. And that means dropping it on the ground, we can't pick it back up. Some of you might think, well, this rule just makes it into easy escape, but you have to think about it. God book would give us a lot of prayer bonuses, and if we were to drop it, that would be a big sacrifice. Same thing with a prayer potion. I mean, that would go a long way in our travels. Now, I may adjust this rule depending on how the account goes, so maybe drop 5 prayer potions to bless a chunk, or maybe drop 2 god books to bless a chunk, but for now, it'll just be 1 prayer potion or 1 god book. Lastly, if prayer reaches 0 in a tainted chunk, we have to drop all the items, we can't go back and pick it up, and then we gotta teleport back to Lumbridge. This is supposed to simulate a death, essentially. I thought about making this account a permadeath at one point, but this is my first Ultimate Iron Man, so I figured it could be a real short series with just 1 misclick. So I would love some feedback and suggestions from you guys. Like I said, these rules may change, and if someone has a really good idea, I might just take it. And please comment below if something's not clear or you think the account should go in a different direction. Who knows? I just want to see where RN Jesus can take us. Here we are in Lumbridge. So I'm just open up the chunk lite software, and as you can see, those are the 2 chunks we've unlocked because Tutorial Island has an altar, and so does Lumbridge. And so does the South Verrock tile here. You can see that each red tile are the ones that are tainted, and the ones that are not red are the blessed chunks. Alright, I got the chunk system set up, so let's get going. First step would be grabbing some armor from Adam. There we go. I think it's got the same stats as iron armor, pretty appropriate. We're gonna see the tutors as well. Grab some arrows and maybe a bow. There we go. And then a sword and a shield as well. I'm not sure what I'll train first, actually. So let's grab everything. Oh, never mind. I guess we'll come back later for the ruins. So we're going to start with melee training on these goblins here. You can see the green line on the right hand side. That's actually where our blessed chunk ends. And I'm not going to record every single level. Call me a bad YouTuber. We'll certainly make sure we record the prayer levels though, because those are pretty important. So I'll see you when I get some stats. Okay, well look at that. Seems like we have a beginner clue scroll. We want to pick that up and see what we get out of it. I'm not even sure I'll be able to do most scrolls, but again, there's some really nice monk pieces that we want to get. Okay, Western Faldor. No, that's a no-go. So as you can see, the goblins were killing me pretty bad, so I had to kind of switch training spots. That being said, there's a free cabbage there, which will heal 1, and that's actually our best food source as of right now. So we're gonna stock up on that, hop on some worlds. Now, there are no bones dropped by these spiders, so there's another attack level, but eventually we'll go back to killing goblins once we actually get some more food back. And look at that, actually, this would be an upgrade, I believe. Yes, there we go. Wow, there we go, leather boots. And that's why you gotta love these Iron Man accounts, right? Even the small upgrades, you feel like there's a big sense of accomplishment. Now, some of you guys might be asking, why don't I just suicide instead of picking up cabbages for health? But I just think it's out of context for the series. I mean, in all religions, I think suicide is a sin. So if I do have to suicide in a blessed chunk, I think it should be for a good reason. And we're back on the melee training grind. I've emptied out a lot of my inventory space. I mean, I'm not used to playing an Ultimate Iron Man, but we gotta get better at that. So as you can see, I sold a lot of stuff that I didn't need, and I got myself some cabbages, so should last a while. And strength level incoming. As you can see, I'm gonna bury some bones in my inventory that I've saved up for you, so we'll get that first prayer level together as well. And like I said, I won't be recording all the combat stats, but the prayer levels will definitely be recorded. Here we go to prayer. A lot more to go. Just a quick update, I've actually moved into this house. I had a couple of close calls outside where the goblins almost dragged me outside the blessed chunk. That would have been a bad way to die. Anyhow, they don't move around too much in here, and I actually found this nice little iron dagger spawn. So it's right underneath me, as you can see in a moment. Oh, no, I guess that world's empty. But the iron daggers are actually a good money-making method. I can sell them to the general store, get a couple of 100 coins. Now, a lot of you have probably figured out I'm not members, I'm not thieving anybody for money right now. I don't have a lot of time to play, so I think it would be a waste of a bond, and most of the chunks that we have unlocked will be free to play until later on. So I'll get members in a couple of episodes, and I think we should at least get monk's robes before we head to the members worlds. And here we go, 3 prayer. Okay, I'm just at Bob's Axes right now, and if this, have a look, 1690, so that's what we're aiming towards. Although a steel battle axe might be more of our budget. You see, we got 2 10s, we got a while to go, a lot of daggers left to get. As you can see here, I got lots of iron daggers to sell, so I'm gonna hop some worlds and get to it. Hey, there we go, another upgrade. Just cosmetic, but definitely worth it. Oh, let's check that out. Sweet. All right. Okay, we're about to get another strength level, and we're gonna do the prayer at the same time. I figure I might as well, because I'm not gonna record every single level. Hurry up and die. There we go. Oh, there we go. Use burst of strength. And you hate to see it. If we weren't Ultimate Iron Man, we'd get a symbol, and you know the sheep's right there. We grab a shear that, spin the wool and string the holy symbol, and we have a pretty awesome fashionscape item. Bling bling. And we're back at the shop. We're just a straight up arms dealer. But look at that, we finally got enough gold for this steel battle axe I want. I mean, it's not a mithril battle axe, but it'll definitely help. I mean, some of these slow levels are super grindy. Even the run energy, my main's much higher agility, so this is sometimes painful just walking back to the goblins. Okay, Bob, where are you? There you are, okay. Steel battle axe, please. 650, we can afford that. Okay. Check that out. Sweet. Man, we look like a beast. I've never been so excited about a battle axe in my life.
So I think I got my training down to a science. Again, I'm trying to get to the level 10 prayer so I can actually prayer drain at the proper rate. Essentially, I'm going to train in this house, and then when I get low on HP, I want to hop over to the general store, sell all my stuff, and then come back here and then grab some daggers while I heal.
Now, this is my very first YouTube series, so pardon the audio glitches, and I know the footage and the commentating could use some work, but I'm sure it'll get better over time. This is actually all inspired by Caveman Only, so he's a great YouTuber, and he had a series called Monkman Mode. Now, he stopped uploading that series, unfortunately, but I just thought it was a great series. He had a more of like a Twitch stream, so there wasn't a lot of editing involved, and I just thought that this would be a great series to make and play at the same time. So I hope you guys enjoy this and the future episodes. We got 5 prayer on the way. Here we go. Okay, just another update. We got another beginner's clue. Let's see if we can actually do this one. Now, the one I'm looking for, again, I don't know all the beginner's clues, but I know there's definitely one where you talk to Charlie the Tramp in Varrock. That we can certainly do. And if it's that one, I want to get some bling at least, or maybe even an actual upgrade. Always, okay, this one we can definitely do. All right, let's head over to Hans and see what he's got for us. Now, if you look here, I actually put red lines where my chunks are. I almost strayed out of the chunk without even knowing it. And I don't know how to gray out the chunks like some of the other chunk players do. I've been trying to find out how to do that, but maybe we should find out how old we are as well. Hey, there we go, 4 hours. That can't be right. What? Okay, so I guess it's when I'm recording the intro and stuff like that. That must have taken a lot of time. Okay, talk to me. Found a new clue. Damn, sometimes they're just... Oh, wow. Look at that. We can do both steps. I don't know what the odds of that are, but there can only be 2 steps, right? I can't imagine a beginner's clue being more than 2 steps. Okay, give me something good. Give me something good. Look at that. What? How can there be... Oh, what? Yes! Oh, yes! And we can do this one too! Oh, we can just buy a bronze axe. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Look at this. I can't believe this. Oh, come on. Run, 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 run. And you know what? We gotta be efficient. Let's bury some bones while we're at it. We almost have another prayer level, actually. Probably a couple of more bones and we'd be down. Okay. So first of all, we got the leather boots. We're gonna buy a bronze axe from you. We're gonna sit here. We're gonna do the bronze axe. We're gonna do the leather boots. And then we're gonna do clap. Alright, give me the casket. Give me something good. Give me something good. No, I can't stand you. Okay. Here's the moment of truth. We gotta spin for good luck. Spin for good luck. Alright. And holy shit! There we go. Big upgrade. I was just about to say, and it's trash, but no, this is a solid upgrade. Look at that. RNG's just got some good RNG off the bat, that's for sure. So So I'm going to show you guys our stats. As you can see, we got a couple more levels to go. What we're aiming for is 10 prayer mostly, so we can get out of this chunk. Okay boys, you can see we literally just finished the clue, and I don't even know what the chances are of getting a 3-step beginner clue and being able to do all of them in Lumbridge and getting a steel plate body, but the upgrades are just coming. Look at this. Now, we're just tank. Oh, I can't wait to get out of this chunk. We have so many upgrades in Varrock as well. And we also have another prayer level, so I figure we do that at the same time. There we go, level 6. And then I'll just bury the rest of them. Okay, here's another prayer level coming up. I usually just save a few bones until we have a prayer level, and then I'll do it all at once. For those of people who have been observant, you can see that I'm actually gathering a lot of ruins to use later on for magic training. But I figure I'd save them until we actually get some robes in Varrock. And I'm actually killing these goblins fast enough that you saw at the beginning that they're really, I can kill all the goblins in this hut all together, so that's kind of nice. The bones I've also highlighted purple because I actually found out looking back at my footage that I've actually not picked up a few bones before I ran to the shop to sell stuff. And we have 8 prayer coming in, 2 more to go. And we just got another clue drop. What do we get? Okay, this is probably doable. Whereabouts in Varrock is it? Yeah, perfect. Okay, we're keeping this one. We can totally do that. I gotta find a gold ring and a gold necklace somehow. I think there's like one in the basement of the Varrock bank or something. I remember as a noob I used to telegrab those things and try to make money from that. But we can do this for sure. I'm keeping this one. And we're in the last stretch, boys. Almost 9 prayer. You see, I had to move out of the house essentially. There wasn't enough goblins left in there to kill. It's a big day for us. I figure we come back to where this all started to get level 10 prayer. Here we go. And look at that. We can get rock skin, and now we can wear initiate armor once we become members. So this is a big unlock because if we do rock skin, burst of strength, and clarity of thought, our prayer drain will be exactly 3 per second. So we have a total of 30 seconds to run around, do what we gotta do. But this is a big day. We're gonna head to Varrock real soon. Well, if you made it this far, thank you for watching the very first episode of Living on a Prayer. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. I'll see you next time where we're gonna tackle Varrock.